chateau is under renovation, so subsequently they only charged us €2 each entrance fee, and it was worth every cent. This particular stop was in a place called Everett, well that's how we're pronouncing it, and it was a little bit arduous. The place was a little bit smaller than we anticipated, and the people at booking.com decided to give us the wrong combination for the key safe, which made life a little bit interesting that evening. We decided to have a break and have a 2-night stop in Caen. This gave us a chance to stretch our legs, eat some decent food and wash some clothes. In this photograph you can see I've managed to get a picture of an old British Mini. This is purely unintentional. The first day in Caen was purely just walking around and looking around. We decided to use the public transport, which is basically a tram, and on the second day we visited 3 markets. Fortunately, while we were in Caen, the weather was very good, very pleasant climate. On our 6th day, we stopped at a place called Ballon. The accommodation was in an old converted school. This was a very small place, so it was just basically an overnight stop, and then we were moving on. Le Mans was the next big stop, and we spent a little bit of time there looking in the cathedral and just basically walking around the town. We'd more or less at this point seen enough chateaux and churches, so we decided to forge on to the next stop. Having travelled down to the south of France before using only the motorways, I didn't really realise how vast France is. Using all the scenic routes, we seem to do a lot of miles and get nowhere fast, really. My wife says that it's because it's taking so long because we're driving in the Defender, the Land Rover, but I just think no pain, no gain. Prior to stopping at this place called Limoges, we stayed in one of their other motel type places. They're by a company called Greet, and although basic, it was very clean and very convenient. When we're on the road, we always keep our eyes open for antique places, and this is one such place that we spotted when we were stopping for some fuel. The next few days of the trip were literally rinse and repeat. We managed to see some more old chateaux and some more old churches. I even had a chance to take some gratuitous shots of old farm buildings falling to pieces. This was our last stop before we actually reached the Camargue, and it was an old mill, or they said it was an old mill of some description, and it was quite a nice place to stop, nice and clean and tidy. Most of the next day was spent driving and it seemed driving up higher and higher, and we all know that whatever goes up has got to come down. So this next clip is just basically me coming down the mountain, if you like. It seemed like a mountain, and to add to extra pressure, we were very, very low on fuel, and we had no idea where the next fuel station was going to be. We got to the bottom without any sort of event, and we managed to make it to a petrol station with fuel to spare. Interested, what we try to do, every 3 or 4 days we make a long stop, and we make sure we get accommodation that's got a washing machine, so we can do all our washing of our clothes and what have you, which keeps the washing pile under control. Regarding food, we do stop at the odd cafe and have a coffee, but mainly we'll stop at a Lidl or a supermarket and get our own food to prepare in the evening. We've also been guilty of stopping at McDonald's every now and then, just for the use of the toilet facilities and the internet, and of course we can't resist a coffee and a cake or a burger. So we've reached Camargue without any real issues with the Land Rover. I've developed a slight knock on occasion with the steering, and I've been overfilling it with fuel, and we've had a bit of a spillage every now and then. But other than that, it's been quite uneventful. And as usual, we've brought the great weather with us, and it hasn't stopped raining since we've been here.
Une de chaque. Ça va?
This is a shot of the truck that's bringing the bulls to the arena, ready for the bullfights in the evening. I realise this is probably a boring video for a lot of people, and it's not the sort of content I normally put out, but if you do find it interesting, thank you for watching, and leave some comments. Thank you.